Hello and welcome to our next edition of our EdPuzzle video. Just a few things to mention. I wanted to let you know that Mr. Garrett should be at our next staff meeting. I know many of you are concerned about the move and what kind of things and having questions. He's got some information about boxes and moving and so on that he can give us some answers to. Also wanted to follow up on our fire drills. We did a fire drill today. Again, it was a beautiful day, so might as well get it in. We don't know what the rest of February is going to look like, but please remember to make sure to close the wood doors. If you're the closest one to those doors, make sure to close those. And then the doors at the end of the hallway also need to be closed after the last person leaves. Those are regular doors at the end of the hall. A few things about our new TBT form. I sent our new TBT form, instead of it being in that form document that we've not really felt was maybe too cumbersome for us, we are using a sheet instead. I've got some information on that sheet. I sent that to you last, Thursday or Friday. And so if you can take a look at that, make sure that your data is in there. There's also a link in there that has the intervention. It's the intervention sheet we used in the past. But if you'll go in to make sure that your students, your bubble students, are in that link, that again will help when it's time to meet for our TBT meetings on, I think that's February 12th. That information will already be in there, so that the bulk of your time during TBTs is going to be spent on finding strategies that you as your team can use to work on for the next 4-week period of time when you've got your skill that you're working on. And we're going to focus on that. So that way you can have more of that TBT time for that discussion, because the other pieces will be completed. If you can also, again, trying to help our staff meeting stay as close to 30 minutes as possible. In the staff meeting agenda, you can always use that bookmark, go down to February 12th, and then scroll through there. And at the end of the agenda usually is when where we have all the committees. It's always set up the same. And so if you've got anything, if you're part of student council, if you're part of the writing team, if you're part of the social committee and you've got something to add there, add it prior to the meeting as well. That way, if you're listening during the meeting and you can scroll around and read some of those things. If you have any questions about those, you can bring those to the meeting, and that way it can be done. And if you need to refer back to it, then it will be there. I did want everybody to take a look. I had sent the building strategic plan we had worked on as a BLT and a DLT group. So that strategic plan is set, and again, instead of me regurgitating all of that to you, if you click on that link and go ahead and take a look at our 3 building goals. Again, they match the district goals. We worked really hard to make sure that those align. Just a reminder that the next Google Boot Camp is February 24th. And if you were interested in signing up, if there's still space left. Also wanted to let you know that the secretaries are going to a verbal de-escalation training the next 2-hour delay days. They're going to get some information on there. If you are an aide in the building that would also be interested in doing that, please let me know so I can let Susan know, and you can go to that training as well. I did want to also remind everybody that our new mental health counselor, Miss Leah Crook, she is here and will be with us 3 days a week or 2.5 days a week. But we are going to come up with a process of how to get with Mrs. Wagner or Mrs. Crook to know what the process is for getting with your student with them. I have another, we've got some wellness money that Mrs. Crew has continued to talk about that we have this year and next. I had talked to the BLT committee about the fact that if we have an idea of something we could do for kids, one of the main things that the money will not pay for is food. So that aside, something that came up in BLT was our homework room that we used to do, if you remember, and we had to volunteer our time, and parents had to be able to pick up the students and so on. Homework room, an example, if we use that for some homework help, this money would help pay for the teachers to stay after and the time that they spend, and buses could take the kiddos home. So if you have an idea similar to homework room, if you think homework room's a great idea and you're willing, like I said, or if you have another idea, bring those ideas to me so that we can start thinking. And again, we don't have to wait till next year. This is something that we could start as soon as we get things up and running in a plan to Paula and we get an okay through her. So if you're interested in homework room, let me know. Another idea, let me know that as well. 5th grade, I'd been approached by PTO. They're trying to lower costs of 5th grade day. 5th grade day is very, very expensive, and looking into the future where we're going to have 2 buildings that have 5th grade and doing 2 whole days of a similar event, they're looking at trimming some costs. So with that being said, one of the areas they could cut costs is the teacher t-shirts. So if the t-shirts mean so much to you that you have to have one of those every year, please let me know. And same the other way. If you are okay not having a 5th grade shirt and on 5th grade day you could just wear Tecumseh gear, that would be awesome and save them money as well. So that is all I have. And as always, one of my questions was, when you respond to EdPuzzle and you make your answer, sometimes you're asking me questions, I then respond to your questions. Do you then see that? Do you get an email that says you've got a comment, or do you have to go back into EdPuzzle? Just a couple questions I wondered. So everybody have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. And again, hopefully it's another beautiful day or lots of snow, one of the two. Have a great day.